December 11th, 1998. On day 9 of their mission to construct the International Space Station, the crew of Space Shuttle Endeavour is unpacking new hardware when they spot an irregular shadow floating some distance away. They quickly take photographs of the oddly shaped object, but its dark color makes it difficult to identify, almost as if it was meant to be camouflaged against the darkness of space.
Astronauts took a picture of some unidentified object in space. Once people saw that picture, they were convinced that it was an alien spacecraft or some kind of flying saucer. But then that raises the question of what it might be.
This really was something anomalous, because when you think about satellites, normally you think maybe about something spherical or about something obviously manufactured. But this is all sorts of odd angles and curved edges, like nothing the human mind could conceive of or design or build.
After reviewing the photographs, NASA claimed that the mysterious object was simply a thermal cover that had broken free from the space station during construction. But given the bizarre shape of the mysterious object, there are many people who find that explanation a little hard to believe. Instead, they claim that the images are evidence of an extraterrestrial craft in Earth's orbit that is known as the Black Knight satellite.
The Black Knight satellite is one of those really curious mysteries. And the theory is that this thing is like a sort of silent sentinel in space. And it's very difficult to pin down how this started.
What's intriguing is nobody really knows where the name Black Knight satellite came from. We can't find where the reference suddenly came into Black Knight. But in 1954, one of the major newspapers in the US released a story about a gentleman known as Donald Kehoe. And he was a very well-known UFO investigator, ex-military. And he said there is something up there traversing the planet Earth on an orbit, and it's not built by human hands.
But if there really is a satellite circling our planet, built by extraterrestrial beings, then it naturally begs the question, what on earth is it doing here?
The best wildlife documentaries it's when the animals don't know you're there. Well, if Earth is being monitored, well, we're the animals, so it is an extremely logical step to park a satellite in orbit, up there in space, just watching, recording, harvesting information about us, and beaming information and messages about us back to the alien homeworld. When we think about the space program, we are doing the same thing with all the missions that we're sending out to Mars, with all the orbiters and even the probes at the edge of the solar system.
Has an extraterrestrial civilization sent a probe to hover above Earth in order to spy on us? Perhaps. But some scientists argue that a better strategy would be to observe our planet from much further away, on distant asteroids that are known as co-orbital objects.
A co-orbital object looks like a distant satellite of Earth, like the moon, but much further away. They were first discovered about 20 years ago. We know very little about them as objects. It's assumed they're asteroids. We estimate that there are several dozen of them at least, and the nearest co-orbital object is about 3 million miles away. So if extraterrestrial intelligence wanted to observe Earth and not be seen, the co-orbitals are a fine way to do it because it will not be so noticeable.